So welcome. Thanks so much. This is a big pleasure. Wow. So many people.
It's a big pleasure for us.
I'm happy to see Rachel still pouring her drink because I also need to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Cheers.
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 Oh, no.
Oh.
Ah, Tamara de Bitburger.
Yes.
That was a very full glass, Bastian.
Mm.
Very approving.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers. Cheers. So thanks so much. Welcome to Pepe's Bar. It's amazing. I think it's the first time that I have so many people in the bar. And I think in Potsdam we had something with 5 or 6, but now we have 7. So that's very nice. Thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks so much for inviting all of us.
Yes. So the first question, it sounds a little bit strange, but I want to make the first question.
That's our favorite kind of question.
So, do you have a manager?
Can I answer that?
Like in the group or in general?
Whatever, in the group or in general, let's say that. I think in general, someone who is really...
I'm gonna volunteer this. In the group, we absolutely do, and it's Sam and Lena, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I would volunteer Rachel as musical manager.
Okay. Because I want to offer myself to be your manager to sell you outside. I mean, you know? But it's okay. It's okay. I'm too late. My whole life is like that.
It's fine. We have no marketing yet.
Okay.
For me, it's important that I'm the director. I don't care about the other titles. So
the things, you know, the thing is, I mean, at some point you need to manage the pressure of the music industry, and you know, and so on, and you know, and I thought I may be the right person.
Are you suggesting that there's a possibility that we might become too famous?
Yes.
Someone to look after us?
Yes. I didn't want to say that so directly, but yes, that was the point. And I thought, you know,
I don't think you understand what you're signing up for. This is herding cats. Like, I think Sam and Lena are having a really hard time, and I admire them so much for it. And frankly, I almost pity them, because I see them putting in so much love and energy, and then I see the rest of us just going absolutely batshit every step of the way.
Yeah, I was wondering that you was there.
I did show up 2 minutes late, in my defense, or rather.
So, could you? I would like just that each of you maybe present themselves and tell what kind of role do you have in this show. And so that the people outside get to know you better. Okay? So take the time you need. Something between 30 seconds and 1 minute could be okay, or 2 minutes, whatever you need. Okay, so who want to start?
You pick one, and then that one picks the next one.
Okay, Sam.
That works very well for daily stand-up meetings. Okay.
Sam, your fault.
Yes, I think I'm the one who had the idea for this musical, and who is like the creative director and doing all of the stuff together, catching loose ends mainly, and having the main idea and doing lots of all kinds of stuff and pushing the other people to do their stuff. And so that's my role. And I also am allowed to play the evil AI in this show, which I'm really looking forward to.
Wow.
Then Lena.
Yeah. I guess my part in this is I had way too much wine to drink a couple of years ago and suggested our first musical pair keynote with Sam, and that was so amazing, and we were like, we're gonna have to do this again. I guess I qualify as the diva.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
What?
in the best way.
In the best way. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
divas are the
I-
best.
That's fine.
How about you, Rachel?
Well, so I'm helping out with the music stuff. My character is a curious tester who is skeptical of the AI and then thinks that the AI may have failed the Turing test on purpose. And then I get kidnapped because, so it's going to be really neat. It's going to be really neat. And then I get saved by a group of incredible women. Did I just give away too many spoilers?
It's fine. It's fine.
That's fine. As soon as you don't tell who died, everything's good.
I just get kidnapped.
Rachel,
Okay.
I doubt anyone is going to be like, I really wanted to see this musical, but Rachel spoiled the ending, so now I'm not going to come.
Fair. Veerle, you're up.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess that means that I'm one of the incredible women. And I'm going to have to be quite frank. I don't actually know much more beyond that. I am the yes woman on this production. When Sam asks me, Veerle, do you want it? I'm like, yes, yes. He can't finish the sentence. I'm in. Which is pretty much what happened here. And a couple of times I was like, Sam, you know this musical? Like, I'm not sure about this. And every time it was like, Veerle, you can just have like one song and it's fine and you'll still be involved. And I was like, yes, one song I can do. At this point, I'm up to what, like 7 songs? I don't even know. I know vaguely what my role is, like story-wise, but mostly my role on the production. And I feel like in the dynamic of the musical and in the dynamic of the production is just saying yes to everything, being loud and obnoxious, and bringing a bit of energy. That's me, honestly.
And we need that.
Doesn't everybody? All right, Basti, you're up.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm probably one of the yes men in some way. It was also, I think Sam knows that from me, that he just approached me and was like, do you want to take part in this? And I was like, oh, goddamn, that's a question I only get asked once in my life, I guess. And so here I am with zero musical experience besides singing in the shower, like I think most of us do. And I try to follow as best as I can for the lead of Sam, Lena, and Rachel mainly, which I think is okay till now, having a look at them. And my role is, and it was part of the question, which was like pretty interesting at least. The question was, I think, coined like, do you want to be the worst possible way of a white male manager? I was like, oh, I can probably never be that in my life again. So again, yes. And kind of here we are. So I won't be playing a very nice role, I guess, but yeah, sort of switching that up is pretty good and pretty interesting for me. Callum, you're next.
Yeah, hi. So like everyone else, Sam reached out to me, possibly because of our love of mascot animals that we have in common. Was that the reason?
Yes. One of the reasons.
Okay, so I was known to be theatrical anyway. And I was like really excited to get involved. I have done a bit of singing in the past as well, so it seemed like a good combination of things that I've done in the past. So, but like Basti, I play a problematic white man who feels that power is slipping through my fingers and my genius is not being well understood, and thus do problematic things. But it's okay because comeuppance comes in the end, and awesome women come and save the day. Speaking of awesome women, Tamara, you're up.
Hi. I was happy when Sam asked me last year after the last ATD if I could imagine singing, and I spontaneously said yes, and now I'm in it. I can't even describe what part I'm playing yet. Lena, can you help me, please?
Yeah, I mean, Veerle, Tamara, and Rachel are my awesome posse, and Callum and Basti are here to make me look good.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
great.
pretty much the setting. Yes.
Okay, that's good. I mean,
And also, Rachel and Tamara have amazing singing voices, so they can take all of those tones that Veerle and I are just like, no one can do this, and they just go and they knock it out of the park.
okay.
Like I do want to mention that I feel like Callum especially was selling himself very much short when he said like, yeah, I've sung some things in the past. He shared a video of him doing like Pirates of Penzance, which is basically opera singing. And I also feel like Rachel and Tamara are very much talented musicians. And so when I realized there was going to be talented musicians on the show, it's like, I'm so fucked. But at this point, because everybody is nice about it, I'm like, we're fine.
But how was the day after you say yes? I mean, but you know, in the moment when you are, let's say in that way, when you are hot, okay, you are hot, say, yeah, of course, yeah, I'm in. And then there's the moment where you are alone and said, shit, what I'm doing here? Why I said yes? Why? Again, why? I have a lot of things to do. Why? So, any one of you had that problem, or you said, okay, happy, I'm in, or you have really full pants?
I flip-flopped multiple times. I had a couple of calls with Sam where I went like, I'm not sure I should be doing this. And every time he was very nice about it. He was like, oh, well, you don't have to. And I was like, no, that's true. And he was like, but it could be really fun if, and when he says that, you're you are doomed.
He could
Just
convince
because
you.
I mentioned lightsaber duels.
Oh my God.
I was in just immediately. It was like, yes.
Yes.
And then when he told me what my main song is going to be, it's like, okay, that's very, very high. It gets very, very high, but it'll be cool. Can do.
Okay.
Just going to take a lot of practice.
Okay. How many of you can sing? Can really sing? Oh.
I expect every single hand to be raised.
Yeah, I'm like, we can all sing.
Yes,
Everyone
I know,
can
but
sing.
I mean, there are people. For example, if I can also sing, but I mean to really how do you say this in English? But just to meet the tones. In my case, are if I do that, then we're happy. But normally, I am the only Spanish guy who cannot sing, who cannot play guitar. So I'm as bad as possible. Everybody's laughing on me when I am singing. I cannot do that. So, but I give a try. So that's not the problem.
Everyone's been doing harmonies, and harmonies are crazy because you think you know a song and then you have to learn the harmony for something. So I learned how to sing Bad Romance, the Lady Gaga song, but from the Moulin Rouge musical. So I ended up going, which is not how the song goes. It's crazy. You just have to have the commitment to just push forwards. And I think that's what people are doing. Like, you can hear the practices and the videos that people have done, and they're just committing. And that's most of it, is just going, right, I've got to sing this crazy line that isn't the tune, go for it. And that's most of it, really.
Okay. And one personal question to all of you is, does your family, friends, kids, if you have one, still talk to you? Do you have time for them, for anyone? Or are you practicing all the time? How do you manage your personal life, job, and this? Because it's a big project. Seriously.
But I think I've got possibly ADHD. I'm not sure. I'm just procrastinating like hell. So I haven't actually learned any of my songs yet. I'll be doing that the week before.
You won't.
Do the ADHD thing of put them in a playlist and then just listen to them over and over again and go, I'm going to play the same song again.
Yes. So I guess that I'm the person who practices most, which is just because I'm an over practicer or over preparer. And what I do and what worked very well is I put on a playlist, and when I walk with my dog in the morning, I leave the village And once I get into nature, I started singing like from the whole chest. And the nice thing is, of course, I get a lot of practice. And the other thing that I noticed, and which was also a reason after after Lena's and my pair keynote, I noticed this has a very, very positive effect on my mental health, because singing does a lot for your mental health. And so after the keynote was done, I had nothing to practice anymore, and I was very glad that now I have another year of practicing nearly every day. So that's really, really a nice side effect of that.
All right, that's nice. But do you feel pressure or not?
Good pressure so far?
Good pressure, of course. No, good pressure. I mean, the thing that, I mean, because you are in a team, okay, you want to perform something, and you don't want to disappoint your mates, no? So you want to, and I hope there's a good pressure, because in my case, I am a little bit like Sam, so I cannot, if I commit to something, that's why I don't like to commit, because it always means a lot of work for me.
I don't know. For me, like I do sometimes get nervous about it, and I do sometimes wonder, like why did I think that I could pull this off? And at the same time, one of the things that motivate me is actually the crew. Like, it's just having other people who are also working on this. I got really embarrassed the first time that I had to record something, because it was like, now they're gonna finally realize that actually I can't sing at all, and they're gonna be like, why was Veerle asked for this? But everybody has been so supportive and so nice. So for me, when I say like I think I have ADHD and I'm going to practice the week before, like obviously it won't go that way. But for me, finding motivation can be really hard. And actually, the other people in this production have been fundamental in that, for me at least.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And other one, does anyone want to say anything else? Because I don't want to interrupt. If there is second person who want to say something, I don't want to jump always in. So if someone wants to say something, please.
Yeah, I mean, I was terrified early November last year. I was like, I can't sing. I'm going to get on stage in front of hundreds of people. I'm going to sing. I'm going to be alone on the stage at one point, singing a song that I really like and care about. Here I can hide behind other people, and I know if I could pull that off last year, I can pull it off again, and it's going to be good enough. It's not going to be perfect. I'm not perfect, but it's going to be good enough.
Yeah, that's not the point. I think that's I think that also the expectation is not that you're going to be in a Hollywood musical. Okay, and I mean, if you can keep the very, very high level you did last year, because last year this was crazy. So if you can keep that, then but if you are below that, that's also very good. So there is no big expectations in that sense. No, but
I was gonna say that last year no one expected anything. They were expecting bad karaoke.
No. I would not say that, because
we got that comment actually. I think in our feedback, we were expecting bad karaoke. Okay. This was actually good.
Okay.
So
but I think maybe this comment could be is coming from someone who is not involved in events. So when you have someone even for talks, so some talks maybe from the topic itself could be not good or whatever, but the people try to do the best. And mostly what we have seen, and we are doing that for many years, when someone come and ask to do something special, because it's very special. So, and you see with yourself, so you're working a year for that. So, and what is coming is going to be, I know that already. I saw already the video. Okay, so and it's going to be amazing, and you will see that you're going to flash everybody. So that's my now my opinion. There's no pressure on you, of course. So understand that in that way, because I think that when you practice and you do the things, then it's going to be very nice. But yeah, Callum?
I just want to build on that because even like experienced performers, like sometimes feel really nervous. And I've had to speak to people that I've been in casts with before. And what I usually say to them is, people want us to win. They want us to be awesome. They're coming and they're like Lisa said just then, like, people are excited. They've seen the videos. They want us to win. They're going to be like, audiences are kind. And like, they're your friends and they're there and they're good. So even though we're feeling nervous, like the people coming to see us just want us to win so bad. And then you're going to feed off that and it's going to feel so awesome.
Yeah. But I think it's impossible that you're going to be on the stage and that you are not nervous. And I really, because even myself, who's running the conference for 150 years now, and the first day, I'm so nervous. So my trick that I use to calm down is that I go to the stage minutes before, really 15 minutes, 30 minutes before the keynote starts, so that I'm there. I calm down, people are coming in, I talk to the people, I relax, and then everything is gone. So I can start working, let's say, in that. But if when I see, for example, speakers coming in, having the first keynote in front of 600, 700 people, this is huge, because the most of the time it's the first time that people are doing that. And if they are not nervous, that's not normal. The normal case is to be nervous, or you have some kind of tension on your body. That's enjoy that. That's I think you need that to perform. If you don't have that, you cannot perform, I guess.
I think the really exceptional thing about this project, at least that's a big part for me, is the people, the crew, because we have everything. We have people who are professional classical sopranists. Hello, Rachel. So we have people who are absolute amateurs, didn't sing once on stage, and we even have people who might be for the first or second time on stage at all. So we have a very wide range, but it has been so good so far. And the collaboration was amazing. So Tamara helped me a lot with that first teaser, with that Bud Spencer bomb stuff. So she found the notes and helped me, because I hear music and I can spot differences, but I'm not trained and I don't have the language. But Tamara does. How many years do you do music and stuff, Tamara?
I started for 40 years ago. I was 3 years old. I started playing piano, and then I play recorder. I play clarinet and saxophone and so many other wind instruments. And yeah, that's my life, and that's what I do in my free time. Music and baking. That's my hobbies.
Okay, yeah, I know this baking. I know that because I already tried that. So I ate that. It was very nice. So let's see how it goes. So explain me, how is the process? So Sam, you had the idea. So let's run a musical. So did you have the topic already, or do you work on the topic later? How was the process?
So now I have to give away my secret sauce, right?
No.
No, it's actually funny, because I was at ATT. I just gave the amazing keynote with Lena, and then you are on a very high adrenaline, And the next morning, right, adrenaline went down, and I was thinking, hey, maybe it's a good time to pause going to ATD next year, because yeah, maybe I just don't have the energy. And then I spoke to a couple of people, and suddenly there was, hey, I have a carte blanche from Pepe, because you said whatever you do, you can come again. Just don't call it keynote. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, because you work after the keynote, you were so high. And you already said to me, okay, I may have an idea for next year or whatever. And I told you, go. You can do it. That's no problem. I mean, we can shoot you. That's not.
and that idea came back. And then it was really, I was talking to Rachel. I was talking to Tamara, to Veerle, to Basti, and to Lena. So except Callum, I talked to everyone right at ATD and asked them, hey, I have this idea. Do you want to participate? And then by the next day, when I left for home, I was so hyped again, and I was in a creative flow. And I had around 8.5 hours in the train. And by the end of being in the train, I had like the main idea and 90% of the songs and most of the thing. And then it was mainly 4 weeks of waiting until Lena was back in the mode where she could think about new projects.
Can I just say that I find it bizarre that you have energy to spare on the train on your way back from ATD, because that is usually my lowest point of the year. that is me like in fetus mode, going like rocking back and forth. And
I was
hoping
with
that my
you,
train doesn't
stand. So 4 weeks later was when I pushed out half of Sam's song ideas and put in the ones I wanted to do.
I understand that. It would have taken me longer.
And how was the process? Because you had the idea, you have some songs, and then Lena came in and so on. But at the end of the day, you present, I guess, your idea and the things that you have, and it must be a discussion between all of you, and someone have another opinion, and so on. And how did you deal with all of the things? Because, or was easy from the beginning? That's it. Let's do it. I don't know.
I think Lena and me are the ones who decide like the main stuff, and nobody tried to challenge that, to be honest.
I mean, they've been building on it, but no one has been opposing anything.
We had kind of like was it a lucid spark board, where we were like, the narrative was put out and we were able to put ideas in or thoughts and discussion and add to things. It was very collaborative and very yes and. So no one was like detracting or putting away. It was a super positive experience on like building up ideas, which was great.
Okay.
And I deliberately started with the people. So that was my most important thing. I wanted to have people with whom I can collaborate for a year on something that was not done in this context.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
How did you deal with criticism? If someone said, "Okay, I don't like that. We need to change that," and what that's the situation, or how do you deal with that?
You do know that he's been working with me for like 2 years, so he's used to that. He's used to me hating ideas, and then a week later, I'm on board.
Yes, pretty much. So, to be fair, the only criticism, like in how you could define criticism, was from Lena, and I was expecting that, and that's how we worked together in the past too.
Okay.
I can't remember any real criticism from your other people.
Should we be pushing back more?
Maybe. Probably. I'm waiting for this.
I mean, I like deciding things, so you don't have to.
So,
Basti, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just like personally, I think it's just like point A is I have like so much trust in like everyone involved that there's like I can't really criticize anything, and on the end it's art, right? So I mean, obviously, if you would put it on a blank piece of paper, no one would come to the exact same conclusion. We would all probably put our own way on it. But in the end, like all of these ideas that came across are just like really on point in my thinking. And on the other hand, it's like so far out of my realm of experience that I'm just like, well, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. And I can't really oppose it. I don't want to oppose it, especially the way how things are playing out over the last, well, it's been a couple of months already. And I think what was said is really that's lots of yes and people. Like really lots of people that try just to, if they have their own idea, they try just to build upon and not just put something less then build upon it. So I think that's something that was just like a really, really good experience so far.
Okay.
And I mean, so the first trailer was 100% Sam's idea. It's been, I think he mentioned this a week after last ATD. He's like, I want to do this trailer. And I'm like, I cannot understand why, but yes, sure. And the next trailer is like my equivalent of that. I was like, I have this vision. I'm dreaming about this. I want this. And Sam was very much like, I do not understand this at all, but let's just go with it. And we're working on it right now. And I'm seeing like Sam is sending me clips where he's combining things, he's adding his ideas, and it's just so I'm like, oh God, I just love working like this.
But you know what? I actually love to hear that, because with both of your trailers, I was like, I have no idea what this is going to be, but I'll just send in my bit and it's fine. So I'm very happy to hear that you also experienced that.
Okay. So now, so
I think Rachel want to add something.
Yeah.
Sorry, that first trailer was wild. People.
Yes.
So I recorded the piano and I recorded all the parts so that people could sing with me. And oh my goodness, everyone who was in the house with me for like 3 days was like, can you stop singing that? Just stop. It was the worst.
Oh my God.
You didn't tell me. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I had it stuck in my head for like a couple of weeks at least.
So now for the whole project, so you are not completely ready. So you have only few parts, let's say in that way, or you have already the whole thing, and now you are working on small parts. How is the actual state of the musical?
I mean, we have the musical parts pretty much down.
Yeah.
We just need to add the details in between.
Okay.
And practice. But like the music is the main part, and we have all the lyrics, we have like the general theme. We know we're gonna have to work with some of the songs because I cannot sing at that level. But I mean, yeah, I think we're in a very good spot for where we are calendar-wise.
Okay. Do you maybe anyone can answer that? Do you have a preferred scene or song, or do you have a part of this musical that you say, wow, this is amazing? Maybe different from the other ones?
I feel like I'm always talking, but you keep asking questions that I get really excited about. I feel like, you know how Sam says, like, I started with the people, and I feel like that is true, but I actually feel he started with a song by a band that he and I both quite enjoy. And I feel like, Sam, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like he started with that song and then went like, who could sing that? And you ended up with me. I feel like that's the way it went. And I'm really excited about that song because I love that song. I love that song.
Okay.
Actually, no. I started with, I want to have Veerle in this project. What would be a great song for Veerle? So that was the order.
Well, and it works because I love that song. So I'm really excited about that one song. And all of the rest, I'm like, I'll sing it. It's going to be great. But that one song, I love it.
Okay. Yeah. I will see. I will see. What about the others?
I will just say one thing. I love Disney.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited about getting kidnapped. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be a really neat moment.
Okay. So.
And I don't know, Sam, if this was on purpose, but I'm really looking forward to actually being the worst possible me that I can actually be, and trying to play it in a good, like, I don't know. I think actually singing and playing in the meantime, I've never done this like at the same time. So I'm just like really looking forward how the whole experience in the end will be, especially because there's like so much different music also mixed up. And I think this is also something like really special, just based on the different genres that are being used. And I think this will come out so well in the end, that I'm just like looking forward to this whole how it will play together.
And I mean, Basti and I have an amazing song together, which I'm really looking forward to.
Okay.
Callum, I'm curious. What's your favorite song? I didn't ask you.
Or a
that.
scene.
Or
So
scene.
I guess my songs were. Had you worked out the songs and then asked me, or had you put the songs around me? Because I came in quite late, didn't I?
Yes. So you were basically the only person where I already had the songs and then was looking for a fitting candidate.
So there's one song, "The Shadows Lengthen," which is, I think, it's almost outside of my vocal range, but it's like a really interesting one for me to like go, okay, let's do this. But it's very Mephistopheles almost, and I'm getting to play like such like a tenor villain, which is quite fun as well. So yeah, I'm going to channel like full Disney villain with it, and / rockstar developer.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome. That's also my favorite song, by the way. And I will give away. It's from the musical Elizabeth.
No. Don't tell anything.
I will not give away more.
Okay.
And it's
Thanks.
completely rewritten lyrics, and it gets so much tension and so much drama. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Okay.
And also to that one song that is only sung by the women and by all the women in the cast. That's also my second favorite. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Nice. So on one side we have the songs, so they are going to sing and so on. On the other hand, we have also the role plays. Yeah? How was that with the role play? How many of you have done that before, in school or never? Okay, so some of you have done it. Okay, wow, that's interesting. I never have done before. Never. So
So as well as the slight amount of acting I've done, I'm a very prevalent Dungeons and Dragons player. And if there's one thing that Dungeons and Dragons teaches you, it's how to act, or at least make a fool of yourself in front of other people.
You know what, Callum? I was about to say it because I noticed I was the only person who was like, no, I've never done acting in my life. And I was about to say, I've played D&D when I was younger. I'm really happy you brought it up.
I've got my D&D tattoo.
and Veerle, you will host the Cyber Criminals of Potsdam session for the third time.
Yeah,
and if something is acting, then it's what you do as host of this session.
I suppose
Just
that's
saying.
true.
Wow.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
wow.
I just want to say that I've been trying to push in Dungeons and Dragons references, and I've been failing so far. So please help.
Yes, I'm all over that for you.
Now we get to the critique part, right?
No, so
What I'm saying is that this year musical, next year we're going to be on stage playing Dungeons and Dragons with each other. Amazing! I'm excited.
okay.
I was thinking Eurovision, but I'm good with the combination.
Yeah, you never know. So I hear, especially from Rachel, that you do rehearsals at home and you play and things on. But how do you do that together? Because you are not in the same room. So how do you deal with that? How difficult or how easy it is?
I believe I owe Sam a track so that he can sing along, because we have a piece together. Yeah, I think we're creating rehearsal tracks so that we can sing and hear each other. But it's hard.
It's hard, no? I can imagine. That's why I'm okay.
So
I mean, we had plans for last year, and then we realized that nothing that we planned worked. We tried doing coordinated Zoom sessions with a vocal coach.
Mm-hmm.
That did not work.
Okay.
We tried singing together in Zoom calls, or we tried all of the video meeting tools. It just did not work. So in the end, what we did was just record. So Sam recorded versions where he was singing that I could rehearse with, and I did the opposite.
Okay.
So we're hoping it's going to go the same way this year.
Yeah.
yes, so we are in the process of the musical. We are still at the beginning, so everything is created basically, and now we will very soon enter the phase where the real practicing work starts. And because that is difficult, and I learned a couple of things from last year, I really wanted to do 1 or 2 trailers before, because that's an easy level to get started, because it's short and you already learn about, oh, this is really difficult. So if you sing alone, that's easy. It's not so problematic if you are slightly off or if you have a different rhythm. It really gets complicated when you have harmonies and when you sing together, because then every little bit that you are off is noticeable, because then a harmony gets a disharmony, and you don't want that. So yeah, and we will try to make that as smooth as possible. And for me, it's very, very important that everyone is enjoying the process of preparation. So that's my main goal right now, and I try to do it in pieces that we still have that enjoyable moments and that we are celebrating working on this project together.
If so, now look into you and look back and see how much time and work you have invested in that and so on. What are you going to do next year or this year on November 20th, when Sam is coming back to you and say, hey, I have an idea? Are you say, I'm sorry, I am on holidays that time?
I think I already mentioned, anytime Sam says, do you want to, like, I won't even let him finish the sentence. So like, it'll probably mean me taking a sabbatical, but whatever it is, I'm in.
Same.
I mean, first time it was my crazy idea. Now it's Sam's crazy idea. I think we will be on board for anyone's crazy idea next year.
So the Dungeons and Dragons thing still floated then?
Okay. Wow. That's good.
Yeah, but you also see Pepe with so many people who are just enthusiastically saying, yes, it's so important to have Lena, who I know will just say, yeah, but that's bad.
No, but for me, it's really very, very nice to see the passion that you are putting in, and that you are working on that. And I'm really looking forward to that, because I think it's going to be amazing. And let's see if next year something happens or not. So it's everything is open. So I cannot commit, but this let's see. That's so. What advice would you give to your own person now, if you look back when Sam asked you to do that? say no?
No. I would tell myself, don't believe him. It's going to be a lot more work than you think, but sign up for it anyway because it's fun. And mostly you're going to have the project is fun, but I'm getting myself started, but mostly the people that you're going to do it with are a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's sort of trust the process, because I was like, I'm one of those, I can't sing, I don't have any idea what I get myself into. I just believe in the people of this project, that if they say it's possible, I guess it is possible if I just hang in. Yeah, so that's probably part at least of the beginning. And now it feels like much easier, and also it feels like what I wanted to add earlier also, that now Sam says, well, I did this trailers just so people felt comfortable and that I know how they can sing, and now I'm sitting and be like, oh, that was calculated. Oh, okay. So, that's the sort of direction we're actually getting without having any clue. This is like...
I was also thinking that, because how he said the thing to me about boiling the frog, and I was like, all right, a bit weird, but okay. And now I finally know what that was about.
Yeah, so we're getting really, really good direction in this whole thing. And I think that's just that's something I wouldn't have envisioned that much. I mean, obviously that I know that all of these are very good at, committing and actually planning and actually doing this. I mean, obviously based on the keynotes and everything else. But I would be that calculated in the best possible way I can imagine. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't sit down and made a plan. Let's do a teaser 1 and then let's do teaser 2. So that's not the case. So as Lena said, she had a phenomenal idea for a teaser, and you know me, I always do teasers, and I get a lot of excitement from that. But it was deliberate to start with them and to have harmonies in them, because I knew from last year this is really the stuff where things are getting ugly and really difficult. So it was like half.
Mainly because I am a copycat. I can sing what my brain says is the right thing to sing. I cannot do harmonies, which means Sam is having to plan everything around me only being able to sing what my brain says is the right way of singing. Everyone else has to adapt.
That was pretty much last year's process, yes.
You say that way, but I listened to the voice file for the harmony that's being blended together tonight, and it sounds amazing. So, people are like, oh, I can't do harmonies, but you can, because you did it, and it's awesome.
That's nice. Rachel, do you want to say something, or Tamara? So, okay. Because
no matter what Lena and Sam are planning, it's going to be great. And I would say yes again at any time.
Mm-hmm. Was for you the biggest challenge and on that here?
I can start. That I know I'm not going to be the best one. We have professional singers here. I hate not being perfect.
For me, it's that I'll be in a hotel for about 2 weeks beforehand, and I'm really nervous about singing enough to disturb my neighbors. I want to sing a lot, but also don't want to bother people. So that's my fear and challenge.
I think I've never learned so much text like that. I really, usually when you give talks or something, there's no problem of just diverting a little bit as long as you get the storyline right. But actually being on point with so much text that I think that will be the toughest one for me so far, because it's just I've never done this basically. And then also sing it on stage and act on top, just adding complexity on top of this. This is going to be a challenge, yeah.
And dance, did I mention? No? Okay.
I mean, at this point.
No, someone else?
Okay. I mean, that's what I'm now nervous about, is the dancing.
Okay. So what have you learned? because you are doing a lot of collaboration. There are people here from different nations. I mean, you are a real remote team, let's say, developing something. And I don't know, where are you living, Rachel? Because it's
I live in Utah, in the US.
Okay, so the time, the time is a little bit different. Okay,
It is.
it is. So this is also a challenge. So, and I think that you may have learned something, or not.
Well, I for sure learned again and again that I can't expect that what I'm saying and what I'm writing is what is received by the people I write it to, because I have ideas. And I think when I describe my ideas, it's pretty clear, but actually it's not. And I had to find ways to communicate in a way that transports my idea better. And I hope that I will get better every time I try it. I think I already improved for the trailer too, and I will continue learning in that regard.
But you know, this is common. It's a common problem in the software development, that the requirements are not that clear. No?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So shift left. So, other one, have you learned something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I learned it now, but I lived it now. I was in a really, really bad place when we did the first trailer. Basically, I recorded it. I closed down my computer. I started crying. I cried for a couple of hours, sent it to Sam, and I said, do whatever you want with this. I'm not recording another one. Logged out of all of my work stuff. And I was just like, I feel like shit. But in the end result is all that matters. And it was glorious.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's okay to not be at your best is probably what I had to live again.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you are a perfectionist, I mean, and the point is, I know that not from singing, not from that. So I know that from when I do consulting. If I need to do consulting because I'm not working anymore, so I'm away from operation, but sometimes I need to jump in. So, and if I jump in, I cannot fail because I am the boss. Yeah. So, and I need to perform. So there's a big pressure for myself, and I cannot sleep. I prepare the things, and even if I don't used to give talks, sometimes I do talks and so on, but normally I don't do that because the pressure for myself is quite high, because the expectations, not maybe from you to me, but the expectations from myself are so high that I said I cannot deal with that. Maybe when I get older and I'm away from that, I don't know, maybe I do that. But at the moment, it's difficult. I understand you perfectly. Yeah. Someone else?
I think the thing that I'm learning is very similar to Lena's, which is you can be part of something that is bigger than you. And you can feel that maybe what you're putting in is not that great, but the final result is still really cool. And I'm really enjoying that process, that not having to be amazing on your own, because either way, when you put the pieces together, it just kind of works. And I'm loving that.
Okay. So I made the last question because I wanted to give you a hint, because I've seen all the things, and I think that the whole process, how you set up all of this, all the feelings you have, and so on, this is a great talk, if not a keynote. Okay? Just to anyone, just to any one of you, because the thing is, what you have done, I mean, Sam started with the requirements. Okay, so the idea and so on and so forth, and all the prompts you are feed in. You see, you have different people involved in the project because it's a project. Okay, so you need to deliver. You are not so happy because things are not in the way. That's it. All of you are different people, and at the end, everybody is putting the best, even if you think that it's not the best, but you are giving value to the project. And maybe in this moment you don't see that because like you, Lena, you think, okay, I should make it better. I think but what you are delivering is really have value. And at the end, when you put all the part of the puzzle together, you see that it's wonderful. Like you have seen with the first trailer that you did, is incredible. It's incredible. And in my opinion, and as event manager, I think that this, apart from the musical, but the experience that you have made is really a very good stuff for a talk or even a keynote. Depends on how you set up that. For a talk, anytime. For a keynote, you need to work on that, of course. But it's amazing. So just the hint for any one of you, if you need a topic for a talk or keynote, this could be something, I guess.
I'm not sure a 7-person keynote has ever been done.
No.
So I want to do that now.
If it's not with all 7 of us, I don't want to do it.
No, not 7 or 1, but any of you. I mean, you can prepare together the presentation, and each of you, there's so many conferences that you can, everybody can run the same one.
7 simultaneous keynotes at 7 different conferences.
Yeah.
Ooh,
well, they need to be in harmony.
7 countries.
Yeah. So, do you want to say something? Do you miss a question from my side? There's something that you want to say. Because
Pepe,
we are at the end.
People
We are
will
at the
like
end.
it?
Sorry?
Do you think the people will like it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
So
we're going ahead with it anyway because we're just doing this for our entertainment.
I can tell you, but I'm going to make it special. So I will bring tomatoes, but because of you, I will bring tomatoes from the Canary Island because they taste better. So when they throw those,
they are delicious. We are fine.
They are going to be, this. I think everybody's expecting or is looking forward to see that, and I'm sure that it's going to be okay.
the Pepe okay.
Yeah, you will see. I mean, the thing is, I mean, you're 7 people, yeah, and you are working very hard for a month on that, and it's not about the expectation; it's about the truth. And I think that first, the story that you are going to tell is going to be very good because you are professionals. You know how to deal with the things and so on. So the story itself is going to be good. And at the end of the day, the other things around is giving life to the story. Okay, but if something in between, if it's not Hollywood perfect, yeah, it doesn't matter, because the story is the thing that is carrying the whole thing, and the people will accept, or will no accept is the wrong verb. They will cherish the things that you're doing, even if you are not going to sync perfectly and so on, because you cannot. You are a tester, or you are a manager, or you are a software developer, or whatever. So you're not. You earn the money every month from working in a software company, and not from singing. No, that's the truth.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah,
That's
I
too
wish.
bad.
Yeah, but that's sorry for that. That's my job to tell you the truth. No, but this so I think that uh, I'm. I mean, I have seen the trailer. When I saw the trailer, I said, "Wow, wow, people! I need to ask you if I can become your manager." Really?
I mean, Sam and
Yes.
I have been saying that we want to do our musical keynote again. So feel free to sell that as much as you like.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. I
please.
mean, we can talk about that, because the thing is, on one side, okay, I want to tell you the truth. Okay, so on one side, I say yes, of course, that's not the problem, but I know how much work is behind. Okay, so I know how much work is behind, and you have your personal life, you have your work, you have to deal with the life itself, because the life is not always rosa, you know. So, and the life is and even with yourself. So myself, there are days when I am really on good mood and everything is fine, and there are days where I am looking for the dark side of the room. Okay, so, and like everybody. Okay, so my how do you call this in English? My verantwortung. How do you call that? Verantwortung.
Responsibility.
Thanks so much. So my responsibility is also to take care of you. Okay, it's not only to say, okay, great, so do that for the Agile Testing Days, so we're going to have fun, and it's great, and so on. So on one side, of course, it's good to have it, but on the other side, I need to see that when you do that, the pressure that you have is not big enough, because what we're doing here is fun. Okay, so we want to do it for fun. So the Agile Testing Days is fun for you, and so on. It's not really a big thing. So that's the thing that I want to give it to you. So please don't die in the process. Okay.
That's actually a nice. Now I'm looking for words. Vorlage, like a pretext for one of my most favorite topics, which also comes back to the people. I'm very sure, and I tried also to make sure that everyone in this project knows how to set boundaries, because you can't work well with people who are not able to set boundaries, and sometimes it's more difficult, and that's really something I'm thinking about. How can I encourage everyone to set appropriate boundaries? Because only then we have the energy, we have the strength, and only then we can actually enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I could not collaborate with Lena in the way we do, where we really nearly blindly understand each other without knowing, hey, she has boundaries, and she will tell, oh, that's going too far, or whatever.
That's good, but the thing is, what you need to see, for example, if you are thinking about doing something with dragons or whatever next year, whatever you want to do it. Okay, so that's okay. I say okay, yeah, go ahead. That's not the problem now. So the thing is, what my fears regarding my responsibility is to tell you, okay, don't go higher. Don't go higher, because that's not the aim. The aim is to deliver a story, to perform something that's nice, that's good, but the expectation is not that that each year you're going higher and higher and higher. That's not the expectation from
And
anyone,
that's not
not from
possible.
me, and also not from the audience. And that must be clear for you all. Okay, so and there is no pressure there for being better and go higher and so on. That's not. Let's have fun. That's the point. Let's have fun. And even if something goes wrong, we can laugh on that. That's okay, because we're friends, we're family. Okay. And even with my son playing guitar, when he started playing guitar at the beginning, it was terrible, but we said all the time, wow, wonderful, that's nice, so and so on, and that's fine, that's the way to do it. And you don't want to hear how I play piano, really. You don't want to hear that. I started to play when I was 49, so.
How old are you now?
60. I could be your father, Veerle. Yeah. We talk
I am your father.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Do you know the film The Grandfather? You know. Okay. So, do you have any questions? Do you want to say anything?
I'm just really excited to do this. I didn't think that music and software testing would really combine for me in this kind of way. And it's like my two great loves. So that's pretty exciting for me. And I'm really, really enjoying working with everyone here.
And just to build on that, like, I'm so excited to share like the passions that I think we all have for working together and for testing and for the music as well with everyone that comes to see us as well. It's going to be awesome just to share what we've put together.
Yeah, and I want to say, if anyone says asynchronous working and remote working doesn't work, we could share our Slack channel, our process, and they would see it's just about the team and the prerequisites you put into place.
We are back to the talk or keynote.
I would love to do a keynote about why remote working works.
Okay.
I think the key thing on why remote working, especially is working for us, is what Sam really like called out, which is that trust that people will talk about their boundaries. People have got like trust for working with each other. No one's trying to micromanage each other. It's harmonious.
Oh.
I'm going to be the one person here who has like a slightly different opinion from the rest. I'm very sorry. But I feel like this is all true. And at the same time, the thing we mentioned about the harmonies earlier, how it is impossible to sing together on a Zoom connection or on a video call, I feel like that also really does demonstrate that there is honestly no thing quite like human connection, quite like being in the same room with another person. So yes, remote working is great. And also at the same time, I feel like being there with the rest, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, I think remote is not the best option. If I could choose a different option that also provides all the benefits of remote, I would choose that other. But you can find workarounds that work really well.
Yeah, and I think that's also part of it, working with the setup that you have versus trying to find the perfect setup that might fit it very well.
Yeah, I also see some kind of talk or Basti, I think your connection was bad. So maybe I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. So not trying to find the perfect setup, but just like trying to work with what we have in the best possible way. And I think that's also part of like how remote work should work, right? We don't try to find the best setup that fits your work, but with what we have and where everyone can actually be in it, try to make that work. And I think or hope that the end result will speak for itself in the end, that that's actually possible. Obviously, but also like now that Veerle said it, actually being in the same room for one or the other evening together, that would probably be an even better experience, just, you know, to sing together and have this actual experience. Yeah, that's something that's missing a little bit.
I want to have one more sentence about that trust and boundaries, because we all mentioned it, and I want to mention that Basti is, like in my job, is actually my boss. So imagine the level of trust and boundaries we need and we have, because I will write him a PM and did so and say, yeah, you're recording, you are slightly off here and you need to redo it. That doesn't work. So I can not imagine many of my past bosses with whom I would have collaborated in such a project, in such a setting.
Okay.
Thank you.
So thanks so much. It was a wonderful evening. Okay. And I'm really looking forward to hear you, to see you, to celebrate your work with you. And cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much for having us and for giving us the opportunity and stage, because that's also part of the truth. There are not many event organizers who have the courage to say, you know what, do whatever you want.
Yeah, but
and I will pay 7 people to come here and do travel costs and stuff, because I know you will rock it. So thank you very much from that.
You are welcome, but you will see that we will be copied. So they will, all a conference that will approach you or whatever, or they will try to do that because that's what they do, but it's okay. That's okay.
I hope
think
so.
we would be okay with that as well. So
yeah, that's okay. That's okay. They need to live too.
Then we call you again and talking about that management thing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, no worries. Okay, thanks so much. A very good evening, and see you soon. Take care.
thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.